Right now, it's a very controversial time in the United States, really because Donald Trump is now in his third week of presidency, and also deportations are coming into some of the cities that are very left-leaning, like New York City, Chicago, and Denver. Now, Denver was a sanctuary city like the other two aforementioned, but the big problem with Denver was that there were a lot of Venezuelan gangs taking over certain places in certain suburbs of Denver, most notably Aurora. So sticking to his word, Donald Trump has worked very hard to try to get illegal immigrants out of Aurora.
Coloradans responding to another of the Trump administration's week one priorities, a crackdown on illegal immigration. Protesters gathering in Aurora today, and Denver 7's Claire Lavazorio was at Fletcher Plaza and shares their message.
In a city that's become the focal point of the immigration debate, hundreds of people are here protesting President Trump's mass deportations.
Now, in response to this, you have seen so many protests happening in the city of Denver, and I want to focus on one set of protesters in Denver that caught my attention, our fellow Kenyans. You see, there are Kenyans living in Denver, and they are unhappy about some of their fellow Kenyans being deported. So they're doing something about it. Kenyans in Denver are leading this sort of movement.
Just hold the hands. And as I finish up, I want you to raise those hands up, and we say, the people united can never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated. You people united can never be defeated. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I want you to say, until Trump, when he's sitting in the White House, he'll be like, yo, what's up? I mean, is that Colorado? So guys, to the count of 1, 2, 3, our hands are up. You're doing it for your brother that has been deported, for your neighbor, for your friend, for your mother, for your grandpapa, for your grandmama, and even for the person probably standing in front of you, next to you, or behind you.
So you see the charismatic brother there. The guy is wrapped in a Kenyan flag as he's telling the people of America, we need to stand together and unite. We don't need our brothers and sisters deported. And I want to give a shout out to the Nairobi Gossip Club because they posted this. Now, anybody who's been on Instagram and you know about the Nairobi Gossip Club, you will know that they have a lot of activity, even more, I feel, than most Instagram blogs. And I want to get into some of the commentary from some of these people. So Sofa Elegant says, why are people afraid to go back to their homes? Kukuyu OG says, come back to your country, we will suffer together. Now, mind you, all of these are comments on the Nairobi Gossip Club. Peter Lagat says, protesting deportation to your country while you are carrying the flag of that country you don't want to go to is crazy, to be honest. Adeba goes, then you protesting with Kenyan flag, so who are you loyal to? You want to stay, yet you're waving your home country flag. Now, I'm not trying to be mean to my Kenyan brother because I don't know who's been deported. I don't know if they're deported for the wrong reason, but I would assume if people are being deported from Denver, it would mean a few things. Number one, they are committing a crime in the city of Denver, right? And number two, they are not legal. So they don't have papers and they don't have documentation. Now you have this man in a Kenyan flag wrapped around representing his country, but he's not there. He's in the United States. He's repping Kenya, which is a great place to go. I love going to Kenya. And he's telling people, we're going to fight the powers of the United States to keep our Kenyans here in America. What are you really saying? Well, in so many words, what you're saying is, I don't have any opportunity in Kenya. I will do whatever I can to tell a president that I want to stay here in the States. Now let's flip that. Imagine me living in Uganda with the American flag on, protesting in front of State House in Uganda and telling Museveni that, you know what, I want to stay here in this country and you can't deport me. Do you know what people will tell me on the streets, on the roads? Why the fuck are you here? Go home. Like, you sound silly. If you love America so much, why don't you go there? And it's interesting that Cat Williams had a heckler in Phoenix and he was talking about how great Mexico was. But check it out.
No, this ain't Mexico. It used to be Mexico, motherfuckers, and now it's Phoenix, goddammit. Yeah.
what I don't like about migrants or immigrants to a place. Like, you come to a country and then you try to rep your country and then talk so much trash while not wanting to go back to your country, which is crazy. I got into it with the Ghanaian brothers and sisters the other week. Some people was over there in Germany repping Ghana so hard, but they don't want to go back. Sound like this guy too. All right. If Kenya is so great, and it is, you should be there. And again, let me just say this. If you are a criminal, like myself as an American living in Uganda, I'm here illegally and I'm committing crimes. They want you to be deported. What this guy is pretty much saying is, well, we got to fight to keep our illegal people here who are committing crimes in the country. And I can guarantee you in Kenya, he doesn't want foreigners who are there illegally, are committing crime, are hurting his home country where his family lives. I'm pretty sure that this guy lives in Denver, he works, he sends money back home to Kenya to help his family. So what about the families of Americans that illegal people are destroying? We're not talking about all illegal people. We're talking about the ones that are worth deporting. Those who are committing crime and those who are there illegally without papers. Again, you left a country to come to another country because you felt that you had a better opportunity, right? Yes. So be nice, follow the rules of that country, and then take away some of your entitlement. And this is a situation. When you are in Africa, nobody will ever let you do that. They're going to remind you real quick, this is Africa, right? But when you go to America and you do that to somebody, all of a sudden you're racist, you're dividing, you're doing all this stuff. And it's just crazy, especially with some of the African brothers and sisters that really love where they're from and they rep it so hard. But you're in America talking about how we got to protest the president for deporting somebody that came illegally when you know you would definitely want somebody to be deported out of your country if they were committing crimes illegally, or you would probably want them to do worse. Like, for an example, anybody have ever seen anybody get their ass beat on the side of the street for stealing? I have, right? Like, it's not nice. I seen it one time, and guess what? That dude probably will never steal again, or maybe he will never walk again. So I just think that it's hilarious. It doesn't make any sense, and I think the guy looks stupid. I'm sorry. If I were to ever happen to see the guy in Kenya or walking down the street, guy, you are a fucking joke, okay? You look so stupid right now. You need to sit your ass down. Seriously, really. You look like a fool. And somebody should tell you about that, and you need to get your life together. You cannot come to somebody else's country defending the right of people to be there illegally and deported when you won't even go back to where you're from and live there. And then rep your country and a whole other country, but don't want to go back there. Get a life. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of Fair Use. I'm out.